You are listening to RetroLovers Radio, your go-to broadcast for positive nostalgia.
What a wonderful night. You're listening to Retro Lovers Radio, a space for 80s and 90s music, memories, and for positive nostalgia. What if one 80s lyric was enough to help you keep going on a hard day? Let's step into the mid to late 1980s. It's a weekday evening. Homework is done at the kitchen table. Someone is rewinding a VHS tape because it stopped too late. There's a calendar on the wall with handwritten notes. You don't know yet what your life will look like in 10 years, but you already feel that growing up isn't simple. In those moments, music didn't just entertain, it reassured. Many 80s songs weren't about winning or arriving, they were about continuing, even when things felt uncertain. Tonight, I'm focusing on a specific role 80s music played. That is, teaching people how to keep going. Not through slogans, but through emotional honesty. Let's start with Don't Give Up by Peter Gabriel, featuring Kate Bush, a song from 1986. This song didn't dominate dance floors, it lived somewhere quieter. The lyrics feel like a conversation between despair and compassion. One line stands out: "Don't give up, you are not the only one." That sentence mattered in the 80s. People were dealing with job insecurity, changing family structures, and social pressure, often without openly talking about it. This song didn't pretend everything was fine. It simply said, "You are allowed to struggle and you're not alone." That's a powerful form of positive nostalgia. Now think about I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2 from 1987. In the late 80s, many people felt caught between expectation and reality. You were supposed to be progressing, but internally you still had questions. These songs captured that feeling perfectly. One lyric feels especially timeless, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Not as a failure, but as honesty. It told listeners that searching is part of life, that not having answers doesn't mean you are lost. Sometimes continuing is the achievement. Now let's talk about Holding Back the Years by Simply Red from 1985. This is not a song about ambition, it's a song about emotional weight. Many people in the 80s were processing childhood memories, family expectations, and emotional distance, often silently. One line gently cuts through everything. Holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long. It didn't rush healing. It didn't dramatize it. Dramatize it. It simply acknowledged that carrying things takes energy, and that acknowledging is already a form of strength. What all these songs have in common is permission. A permission to not have everything figured out, a permission to feel tired without being weak, permission to continue without clarity. That's why these songs still resonate today. They weren't trying to motivate you aggressively. They were walking beside you. If you enjoy this kind of deep listening and reflection, join us live every week with the 90s Lover Show on Fridays and with the 80s Lover Show on Saturdays, both live at 7 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube and Kick channels. I first started the YouTube live stream for around 10 minutes just to allow people some time to gather as a waiting room. And then we continue the full show live stream on Kick, where we can play full music video clips with no restrictions. I share the link to Kick for you all to move there. That's where things really come alive, with the 4 show segments, your song request, live voting, your voice messages on air, and even phone calls to share memories, stories, and reflections connected to the music. You can participate or simply listen. And if you feel like participating, you can do it on Kick's chat or by leaving comments on the main post of our public Facebook group, which allows more space to write. Join our public group on Facebook by searching for RetroLovers Radio 80s and 90s Nostalgia. And make sure to subscribe on YouTube and turn on the all notification bells. And keep an eye on all the 6 extra monthly special shows as well. So tonight we talked about the quieter side of the 80s. Songs that didn't promise instant happiness, but offered endurance. Lyrics that acknowledge fear, uncertainty, and searching without turning them into problems to be solved. These songs didn't push people forward, they stayed with them. And that's why they still matter. Because sometimes the most encouraging message isn't "you will succeed" or those kind of phrases. It's simply "you can continue." And now let me know, is there an 80s song that helped you get through a difficult period? A lyric that felt like company when things were unclear? Share it in the comments on YouTube. Your story might resonate with someone else. And before we go, remember to take care of your loved ones and remember what is truly important in your life. All the rest is secondary. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you all in the next one. I'm Mick, and this was Retro Lovers Radio.